Hello painters and welcome to our channel Pintado a Juego. I'm Sylvia and in today's video we are going to show you how to paint our commandos for Kill Team. So if you're interested, follow me. Here is a list of colors used in this video. You can see that the orc is separated. We have a part of the body, arms, cables, and so on. This is because there are many details, many nooks and crannies, so it's easier to paint the parts separately and not go crazy. As always, we'll prime the mini first. We're using Game Air Black and applying it with an airbrush, but remember that you can also use a spray or a regular brush. These orcs are from the Kill Team Octarius set and they are going to face the dead corpse of Krieg from our last video. The warrior we are painting today is a noble, the biggest, baddest orc from the group, the boss. We're experimenting a little with the skin today, using airbrush thinner, German camouflage dark green, and light livery green. These little plastic balls always come in handy to make mixtures and to turn regular paint into airbrush paint. It's very important to mix together all these colors very well if we want to achieve a homogeneous mixture. To make the color more intense, we've added a little bit of fluorescent paint, and this extra step is probably why we like how the skin turned out as much. Right now the goal is to paint areas where the skin is showing. As always, we try to avoid painting anything else. This color combination is really just an experiment. We have other tutorials in Spanish for painting green skin, but we felt like trying something new this time. Of course, if you want something simpler, there are other options. We'll define the shadows applying olive green wash. You cannot see it here, but it's this speaker bottle with wash mostly for vehicles. This wash works really well and adds depth to the mini. The truth is, if we wanted something more tabletop, using the colors from before and this wash would be almost enough. It's an easy solution if we don't want to spend hours and hours painting one miniature. We add some refractive or attractive green to the previous mixture, and this time we'll apply it by brush, highlighting the most prominent parts, as always. Next, we'll paint some details, like the scars on the orc's face, with a mixture of alien purple and warlord purple. If you can't quite apply it correctly, you can remove it with your finger, although preferably don't. The next step is to paint the bandages and the teeth, and for this we're using German camouflage beige World War II and ivory. And now with black we'll go over all those clothes and accessories that could have been contaminated by the green we had previously painted with the airbrush. Mixing these three colors, black, scurvy green and intermediate green, we try to create a color that would work on the pants. The idea is to make something similar to the green tone used on the Spanish Legion uniforms from before, this kind of Spanish Civil Guard green, because what we want to create is woodland camo. But when you don't have the tone you need, just try out different combinations and use the one you like the most, which is what we did. Now onto the camo. The first color is burnt umber, and we use it as a base, creating irregular brown spots all over the clothing. The next color is German Camouflage Beige World War II, and we're creating more stains. No need to be too careful because it doesn't matter if you paint over the brown parts. If you look at real pants and uniforms, the different colored patterns interact together in various ways. One color is on top of another one, they blend together, one starts where the other ends, etc. There are endless combinations, so just use your imagination and some reference pictures if you'd like. And of course, we'll finish the camo with black. If you want to see what this specific camo looks like in real life, just Google US Woodland Camo. And we're doing exactly the same thing on the cap, maybe even with better results. We're switching to red next, specifically burned red from Model Color, to paint the case of this claw machine, or whatever you want to call it. And to give it more variety, we're also painting the weapon in a comic style. With German Camouflage Beige World War II, we'll paint the sleeping bag and everything that has, let's say, bone color, such as the belt buckle and all these small details. We'll highlight all of this with ivory, creating nice contrast, as you can see. We'll use sea green for the screen and some other details that are a part of the backpack. These backpacks are really interesting and they add a lot of personality to the orcs. It seems that each one carries what they consider necessary, which gives it a lot of realism, just like different military units have different equipment depending on their specialty and expertise. You can see that another title for this video could have been how to play around with the color green. As we're using so many different combinations, mixing together diverse tones, and we think that the result is quite harmonic and it's been quite enjoyable too. Now we'll paint all the leather pieces using leather brown. Next, we are using leather brown and German Camouflage Beige World War II. What you can see now is an attempt to make the leather seem old and used. This technique is something other painters have shown in their videos, but it's the first time we're trying it, so considering that, we think it turned out quite well, although there's still obviously a lot to improve. When it comes to the jacket, we wanted it to be a little darker. The original idea was to make it look like a biker jacket, something like Sons of Anarchy, but then we saw there weren't any patches, you cannot see the back, there's also no space to draw anything, so we'll just highlight it as if it were a plain military-grade jacket that had its sleeves removed, and we'll call it a day. We'll create a metallic tone mixing together black and silver. The combination is similar to old Warhammer paints, something like bolt gun metal, which some of you may remember from long time ago. And basically, having finished this step, we're almost done. We highlight the guns with a more intense, bloody red. And onto the base we go. we were being careful when gluing all the pieces together, and so we managed not to remove any paint with the glue, which can be hard sometimes. This time we won't do anything complicated with the base, just apply a Vallejo texture, specifically dark earth, and a wash over it, a mixture of brown and black, and that's it. And here are some pictures of what our finished orc looks like. So painters, I hope you liked this video of painting Orc Commandos for Kill Team. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to this channel if you want to see more videos like this, and hit the notification bell if you want to be notified when we upload our next video. We have a lot planned for the upcoming weeks, so I hope to see you the next time.